And we want to welcome you to Coach's Corner. Kevin Turner along with head coach Bruce Rollinson. And coach, I need a fire extinguisher to put you're running around with your hair on fire. It's the second season, a lot of logistics going on, and you're trying to get this ball club ready for the first round of the playoffs.
This is what we do it for. You know, it's either one and done or 1-0. You know, and I'm preaching to the kids, let's just take it 1 week at a time. Go 1-0, don't look ahead. You can't worry about what's happened in the past. We positioned ourselves well. I thought we had an excellent bye week last week. We got exactly what we wanted out of them. Dialed it back slightly. A lot of treatment for some of the banged up guys. And now we're actually full go. We've got everybody other than, guys like Tanner Williams, the surgical guys. But we had great practice yesterday, but it's exciting. Playoff football is it, and the fact that we're playing JSerra for the second time, that's just the way the bracket was set up. We don't worry about that. I think there's some unfinished business that has to be taken care of. And the other thing I'm preaching to them besides going 1-0 is leave no doubt this time.
Everybody comes to their A game against Mater Dei, but complacency, I don't think you're going to see that this week.
I mean, I'm not making excuses. They are a well-coached football team. They got high motors. Every kid goes all out, every play, and I respect that. Their special teams are well coached and well executed. And, we have to be ready in all three phases. But you're right. I think we still had a hangover from coming out of the desert against Gorman, and I think we were looking ahead a little bit. So, but that's not the case now. And this, from this point on, it's for the seniors. They understand that any week could be their final game.
And we got a text. Scott McKnight is a neighbor. We live in Coto de Caza. Known the McKnight family for 20 plus years, and we were all shocked. What can you tell us? Is there an update on Coach McKnight?
One of his players in full gear with a helmet just ran him over, and he was out cold. And they did the right thing. They cleared the field. They got him medical attention immediately. If I know Scotty, he's going to plug it in and be ready Friday night. But we all said our prayers for him. It's not a part of the game that you like. It can happen. I've heard it before. I've been rolled up a couple times on the sidelines, and you got to be careful. But our prayers continue for him and his family.
Yeah. Coach, we couldn't do this without our great sponsors, Hooker Crook. Here we are, second season in a row with our Napa cab available at Bevmo, Costco. They're fully stocked for the holiday season. We've got Thanksgiving coming up, and our good friends at Bear Paint, Bear Dynasty Premium Plus. Thank you very much for your support, and we couldn't do this without your support here on Coach's Corner. So let me just ask you about last week. Did any of your coaches actually physically get out to the stadium, or do you guys just stay back and huddle and watch on tape, or how does that work?
Some guys, do that. I've heard of coaches still going out. I always hated it when you had to do it, because I would sit there and go, oh my God, how are we going to beat these guys? I never had a good feeling. And my assistants would say, don't worry, we'll find a way. But everything is so digital now. I mean, we had the game, by 8 o'clock the next morning, the Santa Margarita JSerra game. We have all of their tape. Most of it was already broken down during the bye week, which I know they did the exact same thing to us. But no, I think when you go as hard as we do, and as hard as I push these guys, I set up a calendar and said, look, I want you to take this day off. Just block out football, be with your family. Lori and I had a great day Saturday running errands, seeing grandkids, and then I came back to work on Sunday, and it was time to go.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have Abduall Sanders and running back Ajon Bryant right here on Coach's Corner. And And we want to welcome you back to our player segment of Coach's Corner. Kevin Turner on hand, along with two of my favorite players. To my left, AB,
Hi,
number 3,
doing?
running back, slot receiver,
Yes,
Swiss
sir.
Army knife on the offensive side, Ajon Bryant, and the super sophomore extraordinaire, the buck outside linebacker, special teams king, Abduall Sanders, wearing number 32. And gentlemen, it's the second season. It's time to get your game face back on, right?
Yes,
you had the
sir.
bye week last week. I'll start with you, Ajon. You looked really good in practice last week.
Thank you.
How'd that go during the bye week for you?
During the bye week, it went good. Had a doctor's appointment, got the cast off, you know what I'm saying? So I'm back, no brace. So I'm ready, full speed, full 100% go.
You got a lot of energy, my man. You're out there. You're not only, you walk the walk and you talk the talk. You like to run it a little bit, don't you?
Yeah.
You're on the defensive side. What are you guys saying when you hear him start running it?
Man, you just got to find a way to talk back. Sometimes he's winning, so he's going to keep on talking all day.
So that's what I notice about you guys. You guys have a true joy for the game. You walked in here with a smile. Both you guys love the game. You love modern day. Where does that come from, Abduall? That energy and the love for this game.
I wake up to do this every day. Come in the mornings, work out, go to school, and then practice every single day.
So, Ajon, are you kind of like counting the sleeps and the number of days before you get back on the field and get this thing going against JSerra?
I've been counting since August, man. We got 3 more days, and then we go. So I'm ready.
All right, so you wear number 3, and somebody else that we know in this building wore number 3, Coach Rollinson.
my guy.
So what is that like to have to, represent your coach, CIF, USC, legendary head coach? There's a little bit of extra, responsibility when you wear that number.
Yeah, it's quite a responsibility. You gotta be a leader sometimes. You gotta fill in those footsteps he did. Be the player he was. Try to live up to like his expectations. We had a long talk in his office about wearing his number, and he told me he trusts me with it. So I gotta show him that I can wear his number.
Abduall, you're obviously huge impact on the third phase of this game, special teams. That takes a special mentality. So what goes through your brain at the start of the game? Let's say you guys defer and you're kicking off. What are you thinking right away?
I'm just thinking about everything we prepare for during practice, and Coach EJ telling us who's going to go 110% every single time, every kickoff, every kickoff return. And
So there's been a long-standing tradition here at Modern Day. Coach Eric Johnson, who Abdull's referring to, he gives a Who's Nuts t-shirt when you blow somebody up on a special team. So talk about that ceremony and that t-shirt.
So during kickoff, if you make a tackle behind the 20-yard line, you get a Who's Nuts shirt. Basically, it's just like congratulating you on getting them behind the 20. And during the pregame, he just announces it to everyone and gives out the shirts to the ones who need it.
I saw you get lining up in the slot. They got you moving around a little bit.
Yeah.
You like being out there in open space and catching the rock?
I love the slot. That's why I came here to play. But I got in the mix of running back too. So I like both positions. Slot, I get more open, get to dance more, make my open move cuts and all that stuff. So be me. So I like the slot a little bit more.
Abduall, there's been a great tradition of outside linebackers here, and you don't have to look much farther than the campus up at Stanford University. You had a great role model, David Bailey, in front of you.
Yeah, David, Owen Carey, Fata.
By the way, at Colorado, I saw him a couple weeks ago.
They all gave all the outside linebackers tips. Guys like Tanner, he's a upperclassman, but he still gives us tips, when he's hurt on the sideline, just letting us know what we need to do.
Defensively, kind of focus, keys to victory for Friday night against JSerra.
Execute. Play the defense card and just go out and dominate. We can't let them have the same mentality they had last time, thinking just because we barely beat them that they're just the guys. They're not. So, yeah.
It's good advice, a good plan. And Ajon, on the offensive side, keys for you guys.
Oh, man. We're going to score every time we touch the ball. That's just our goal, just to score, run the scoreboard up, and just keep the gas on them.
So it sounds like you guys are buying into the Rollo Kool-Aid, leave no doubt for this week.
Yes, drink the Kool-Aid.
All right, Abduall Sanders, number 32, and Ajon Bryant, number 3. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Good luck this Friday night.
Thanks, sir.
And welcome back to our final segment of Coach's Corner, brought to you each and every week by Hooker Crook and Bear Dynasty Paint. And Coach, it's just pure joy when I get an opportunity to interact with your players. And I love the energy that Ajon brings and the smile and the passion that Abduall. These guys play with a smile on their face. That's got to be fun for you to see these guys love the game as much as you do.
You have every type of personality in the locker room, and those are two of the feature personalities. You got a little taste, but I'm glad you brought up, because Ajon comes through the gate and bop, 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 bop. And Abduall does throw it back pretty good, but their energy is contagious. Their positivity is contagious, and a kid like Ajon wants the ball. I mean, and he's going to get the ball. A kid like Abduall is just dialed in, laser. He knows he's got to read his keys. He knows that he's got to have run responsibility and pass responsibility, and he's you got a 10th grader and you got a junior. We've seen what Ajon's capable of doing, and the young kid is he's going to be a special player.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to just bring something. What's fun with this weekend gig I've got with ASU, I get to see all these Monarchs, live and in color every Saturday wherever we're at. We was in Colorado a couple of weeks ago. We're heading up to Pullman, Washington this week. But Jalen Davies, one of our three stripers, much to my chagrin as being an ASU, homer and honk, he makes this key interception at the end of the game to preserve the victory for UCLA.
One of my favorites. And everybody said, well, why is he leaving Oregon? And I go, guys, he's leaving Oregon to go to UCLA. First of all, the fact that academically he just sails right into UCLA. But it was a great decision, and he's fit into that program, and I was so proud of him to watch him, and he's gotten so much bigger, and he's playing physical, and he always had the talent.
It must be fun for you on Saturdays to drop in and check these dudes out. Yeah,
it's incredible. First thing Monday morning, I sent Bruin and Chase a text, and I just said, hey, you got to go back to work. You still got great things that lie ahead. And you know what made me feel good, Kevin? Boom, right back, both of them, responded. Didn't said, you taught us, we put it behind us. But they both said, hey, we've been following you. Good luck in the playoffs. And then the close is always a love you, Coach.
All right. We can't leave without promoting our Rollo Invitational Golf Tournament coming up on December 12th. Make sure you get your foursomes all squared away, or your eightsomes. We'll take everybody and anybody that wants to play. We'll find room for you, and if you want to come to dinner or just make a cash monetary donation, we're happy with that as well. But it's always the best tournament of the year in my book here in Orange County, and we also want to thank Andrew Littlefair, Clean Energy, as our title sponsor. You know what, Kevin?
I know everybody gets tired of hearing this. It's a great day. It is the way we finance everything in the program, from tuition assistance on down to buying, X-Tech shoulder pads. We have to hit a home run. And the preliminary reports were a little bit behind. We need that surge. Hopefully, with the holiday coming up and guys kind of sit down and have some time, busy men like you, to go, all right, I gotta get my Rollo Invitational check in. That's what I hope.
Can we make one request?
What's that?
Can the show host make one request? Can we get the Polynesian chorus out to sing the national anthem?
If that'll goose up attendance,
let's do it. That's worth the price of admission, folks.
I'll bring them all there. There's 12 boys. It's on our football Instagram page. If you have not seen, I was nervous. I put 12 players while I'm heating them up, and I got 12 guys singing the national anthem. I finally realized in the locker room I might as well shut up until they get done singing. And it was a powerful moment for modern day football, and to show the versatility, to show the what we do here. Performing arts is just as important as football.
All right, Coach, take us out.
Rock and roll, baby. We'll see you Friday night.
For the coach, I'm Kevin Turner. We'll see you next week.